The world we live in is comprised of a lot of false commodities. Money is one of them, where the true commodity is really control. A lot of people aren't sure of why they have PNES or NED or any kind of anxiety disorder, and I have a theory behind it. Every single person is in control of their life until at some point that control is taken away. Unfortunately, devastatingly, a lot of times that happens in childhood. Someone takes control over a child, either physically or sexually, but in all cases forcefully. This also happens, obviously, in adulthood, early adolescence, teenage years, whenever. At any point your control is taken, it causes a shift. And there is some false information in your head floating around that you are no longer in control. And that is far from true. It's an illusion. We do have control over our lives, no matter who has once tried to take it from us. It's not an easy path to come back from, but it is possible. I believe that that is a source of these non-electrical seizures. I believe that there's something in us that breaks free from that control, or needs to. It's trying to. Once I could see what was happening, I looked at it kind of like Humpty Dumpty. I wanted to try to put the pieces back together, but then I realized that as it was cracked, all this light was coming out. And who I am now, almost 2 years later, is somebody totally different than I was when this whole journey began. It was a tremendous experience and very heartbreaking, because I had to look at certain things about myself, but I was able to see what was true and what was false, what was an illusion. And the truth is, other people's control over our lives is just an illusion. There are people who need to be in control of others in order to feel like they have any control. Having control over themselves is impossible. And so, by any means necessary, they need to inflict others and dominate. That can keep going on as long as people allow them to. Now, I'm not talking about globally, because that will only happen once each individual recognizes the illusion that anybody could have control over them and breaks the cycle individually. But it's possible. It's not only possible, I've done it. We can live our own lives. We can create the destiny that we want. It might not be this make-believe fairy tale that we've been inundated with, the propaganda of the Cinderella and true love and all things like that, and the American dream with the white picket fence. If we can dump others' dreams and look beyond the scope, the limited scope that others have marketed to us and made to look so appealing, then we can grasp something that nobody can take from us. So, it's a journey. It's not easy, but I don't know about you. At the beginning of my journey in PNES was hell, and life isn't like that anymore. It's not easy, but it is infinitely better.